Bowie knife works really well for this. Of course, a draw knife is the preferred tool, but I don't have a draw knife with me. I want to warn you, mortise and tenon joints are very time consuming. This is a labor of love. It's one thing to do it at home when you got access to a workbench and a vise and proper carpentry tools. It's a completely different thing. You're doing it out here. But I think we're going to be able to make it work. I've made mortise and tenon joints before, but I've never made a tusked one. A tusked one is where the tenon extends to the other side and you put a pin in it. That's looking pretty sweet. Okay, so this will be the post. You know, like if it was a leg of a table or something, or a bed, or whatever. And then I'm going to create a tenon in here. I mean a mortise. I'm going to create a mortise in here. So we're going to make this mortise the width of my mortise chisel, obviously. So I'm going to use this nice piece of driftwood here. And I'm going to make it yay long. Well, let's see here. This has got to go in here. So yay has to be less than, yeah, that should work. Less than that. Y'all know how long a yay is, right? Okay, so the bevel goes in the direction that you're traveling. So then you'll move it about 1/16 of an inch. Or 1/8 of an inch or so, depending on how soft the wood is. I tried doing this with yellow cedar and it was like, no, ain't happening. That is old growth yellow cedar driftwood. Whew. That's really hard stuff. This spruce is far better for doing these joints like this. Now I'll turn it around and go from the other direction. Most people that make log furniture, they use round mortise and tendons, but I wanted to do something more traditional. This has been around for 7,000 years. I looked it up. It's the oldest joint, wood joint known to man, mortise and tenon. It's also the strongest, so it's worth learning how to do it. And no fasteners or glue is going to be needed. No bank line, no nothing. It's just all going to be wood. And I'm going to pin it with a treenail that I'm going to make. Okay, there we have it. The mortise is complete. I used only this tool right here. Took a while. I cleaned it up with my Mora carving knife. That's a bumblebee. Wow, look at the size of that baby. Now, I'm done with that tool. I need to create a tenon that fits. So I got to measure this. I'm going to use my knife to mark it. Oh, there we go. It's not easy, I just have to go really lightly on it. This saw. I wish I had a Japanese saw, you know, a Japanese pull saw. There we go. Okay. How long do I want this sticking out? It needs to stick out quite a ways because I need to have room for the tenon. So I think I'm going to cut it right here. There we go. I'm going to be real careful. I'm going to cut it short just so that err on the safety. Okay. I don't want to cut it any more than that. I'm going to do this in stages. That's easy enough. This knife sure batons well, man. And we want to slightly undercut these tenons. Looks like I got a ways to go. Okay, let's do our first fitting. Wrong one. Pretty good. Looks like it's gonna fit. I think that's in there. Obviously, before I drive it home, I gotta create my hole for my mortise for my treenail. Be careful not to split this. Go real gentle here. So instead of drilling a hole, since I don't have a drill, I'm going to use my chisel, mortise chisel, and make a square hole, and then I'll put a round peg through it, or maybe an octagonal peg, anyways. Something like that. It'll be interesting to see if I can do this without it splitting. If I had a gouge, I could make a nice round hole with that. Okay, so here's my hole. The only problem is it did crack a little bit. I don't know if it's going to hold or not. I think ideally you'd want some sort of an auger and drill that hole. I don't think these mortises are really designed for making a square hole like that. They're more designed for making a rectangular mortise, and it was just too much stress to put on there. But we're gonna keep on going. Can't let that stop us. Here we go. gonna put my foot on this, I think. Well, I tell you, that fits in there so well. I don't even know if you'd need a mortise, but anyways, there it is. Now we just got to put a peg in here, treenail. Look at that! Wow, that is really impressive. And for that, I'm going to split some wood, get some quality stock. This is yellow cedar, probably overkill, but some quality wood here. See what we can do here. I don't want the pith in this at all. It's looking pretty sweet. It's a lot longer than it needs to be, of course. Well, I've got extras in case I need to make more. Now, this is just entirely too long at this point. I'd like to have it long enough that I can hang on to it, but that's a bit ridiculous. And besides, there's a knot right there. So this is good. Clean that up a little bit. And we'll look at the dimensions here. I know it's still too big. I might just leave it square. I certainly don't want to put any stress on it. Okay, so this needs to be a little bit thinner. There we go. Look at that. Looking sweet. So there you have it. A Tusk, I think it's called Tusk, I need to look it up. Tusk Mortise and Tenon joint. Look, oh man, that is really strong. I love it. I'm happy.